The creatives behind Chicago Fire love their ruthless cast exits, and we want to know why.
You can never replace a Gabriella Dawson.
Let's see exactly why Otis had to be written off, who may have left the show because of a contract dispute, and if Jesse Spencer is regretting his exit yet.
It's just been an iconic time. It's been a wild ride, and I've loved every minute of it.
Lauren German as Leslie Elizabeth Shay. The Season 3 premiere came with a blow. The lovable paramedic Shay's demise. This was the show's first major cast departure, and fans were not happy. Shay was one of the few strong female characters. Not just that, some viewers implied she was let go because the character was a lesbian. That was not the case, though. Once again, it was purely a plot choice. Executive producer Matt Olmstead explained that he chose Shay because he knew it would affect the most people. You knew it had to be someone who was going to give us a big impact, as opposed to going for a lesser-known character. Olmstead recalls how professional German was when they sat her down and revealed her character's fate to her. She even joked that she wouldn't miss the cold winters one bit. It didn't take German long to land her next role. Just a year after she left Ambulance 61, she was cast as Detective Chloe Decker in Lucifer. The show wrapped recently after 6 wildly successful seasons. Stay tuned to see why German's real-life friend, Monica Raymund, exited the show. But first, the end of Season 3 saw another cast member leaving. Charlie Barnett as Peter Mills. Well, at least Mills got a non-deadly goodbye. Charlie left because the producers felt it was time to shake things up. Once again, they succeeded. Viewers didn't see this shakeup coming, and it turns out that it was something of a surprise to Barnett, too. The actor said the exit came out of the blue. One day, they pulled him into a room, dropped the bomb, and apologized. They expressed that it wasn't about me or myself as an actor or my personality, but they felt that Peter had reached a plateau. Thankfully, the way he was written off seems realistic for his character's journey. It seems like leaving Chicago Fire ended up being a blessing in disguise for Barnett. He went on to land a small role on Netflix's Orange is the New Black. From there, his career skyrocketed and included roles in ABC's Secret and Lies, among others. You can now admire his performance on the critically acclaimed series Russian Doll. The next character's time on Chicago Fire was short, but sweet. Stephen R. McQueen as Jimmy Borelli. The former Vampire Diaries star had a 1-season arc before leaving Ambulance 61 in Season 5. Once again, it doesn't seem like there is any ill will with the actor or his performance. According to executive producer Michael Brandt, the choice wasn't easy, but part of the show's natural progression. The writers often wrestle with when to pull the trigger on certain things. Sometimes they keep characters alive even though their injuries were serious. In this case, it was time. With Jimmy's character, it just felt like he needed to stand up for what he believed in. But Bowden needed to stand up for what he believed in, and those two things couldn't live together. After leaving Chicago Fire, McQueen appeared in Home by Spring and Medal of Honor. He even reprised his role as Jeremy Gilbert in Legacies, the Vampire Diaries spin-off. Before we talk about Otis, let's see who might have left due to a contract dispute. Annie Ilonzeh as Emily Foster. At the end of Season 8, the paramedic announced her plan to return to medical school. Shortly after that, it was announced that Annie will not be returning as a series regular after her 2-year run. Although it's not been confirmed, there are rumors that the actress may have left because of a contract dispute. In addition to Chicago Fire, Annie had a few recurring roles, like on the popular soap opera General Hospital. Foster was arguably her big break on primetime TV, and that's why she switched up management agencies, which must have led to a conflict. So that might be one of the reasons for leaving, but we can't say for sure. As far as paramedics go, this isn't the first one to exit the show. Remember Foster's predecessor, Jessica "Chili" Chilton from Seasons 3 and 4? If you were wondering why actress Dora Madison Burge left, we've got the answer. Matt Olmstead said Chili's character got killed off because they wanted to zhuzh up the mid-season episodes. Still, letting go of Dora was not easy. It's hard, Olmstead said. We liked the actress a lot, and she did a great job. We'll get to the most recent paramedic departure soon. First, we have to talk about the most ruthless exit ever. Yuri Sardarov as Otis. Why? Just why? That scene in Season 6 was enough sadness. Even though we lost Otis back at the start of Season 8, viewers are still in mourning. As one of the originals, killing Otis off just proves how brave the creatives are. Maybe this time they took it too far though, because some fans decided they'd quit the series altogether. Otis was the only character who provided comedic relief, so to lose him was a shock. According to showrunner Derek Haas, the plot twist put some teeth back into the storytelling and showed that the dangers are real. Do you agree with this executive decision? Let us know in the comments. Since departing, Sardarov has moved on in his career. You can see him in the 2020 movie Adam. In other news, Chicago Fire lost yet another paramedic from its troupe, Adriyan Rae as Gianna Mackey. Shortly after her debut in Season 9, Rae exited, and we're sure you want to know why. Derek Haas has revealed it was due to private reasons on the actress's part. When Rae let them know she had to leave Chicago for undisclosed reasons, Haas had no choice but to absolutely respect her needs. Proving that there are no hard feelings, Adriyan wrote a statement about her departure on Instagram. The actress called her journey on Chicago Fire nothing short of extraordinary, and left her followers with a request. I ask that you extend to me the same understanding you'd want in any transitional time, and realize that some things are only meant for a season, and that's okay. Next, you'll agree that the following cast exit was a bombshell of note. Monica Raymund as Gabriella Dawson. When she left in 2018 after 6 seasons on the show, it's an understatement to say viewers were upset, not to talk about her fellow castmates.
She helped make the show what it is, so there's a vacuum where she used to be, and we miss her, and we trust that we will work with her again, whether on this show or something she's directing, because she's a phenomenally talented young lady.
Even the showrunner shed a tear or two.
We're all sad. I mean, I think the way it affected us personally is the way it's going to hit the firehouse.
On the show, Dawson left to help with post-hurricane relief efforts in Puerto Rico. But viewers only wanted to know one thing. Why? What happened? Well, for once, it wasn't an executive decision. Neither was it due to any scandal. It was simply a case that Monica was ready for new things. She'd been in Chicago for 5 years, and at that stage of her life, she wanted to create a home and plant some roots in Los Angeles. I'm not sure the exact moment when it happened, but I knew that my 6-year contract was coming to an end, and I felt like I was hungry to explore a different role. For Raymund, it wasn't an easy decision to make, because she knew she'd be giving up her job security. Not only that, but she got the chance to direct while on Chicago Fire. Ultimately though, she had to follow her gut feelings, and it wasn't wrong. Since leaving, Monica has become the lead in Hightown, a Starz show about a woman struggling with sobriety during a murder investigation. That's not all though. Raymund made a guest appearance in Chicago Fire Season 8. And was actually set to return until COVID restrictions got in the way. If you're wondering if she and the showrunners still get along, then it's a resounding yes. I love Derek Haas. He's my boy. I never closed the door on Gabriella Dawson. If that's not a teaser for her possible return, then we don't know what is. And now we all want to know, will our favorite Aussie actor return to the firefighting world? Jesse Spencer as Matt Casey. Although the series recently celebrated 200 episodes, it came with a heavy price. After a decade, the Australian actor hung up his helmet. Basically, everyone was devastated. When Raymund found out, she said, "I miss my man. I miss my Casey. I wish Jesse all the best. I love him so much. They were so lucky to have him, and I'm excited to see what he does next." So, why did he leave?
I didn't think I'd last a year on the show. After those winters, I was like, I don't know if I can do this.
Was it the Chicago winters? No, it's safe to say it wasn't the cold. It also wasn't the showrunner's choice. No, although Jesse wrestled with the decision, he felt like it was the right time for him to depart and pursue other projects. He did the math and realized he'd been on network TV for quite a while.
I realized I've been doing TV for a long time. I added it up. And I think this year is my 18th year.
Yeah, before wearing his fireman suit, he spent 8 years as Dr. Chase on House. Before that, he starred on the popular Australian soapie Neighbours. Not only that, he has family he needs to take care of. So, in all honesty, we totally get his decision. And just to prove how much he loves the show, Spencer gave us a gift. He realized he would be leaving before the end of the 9th season already, so he might have departed earlier. To be precise, his last episode would have been Season 9, Episode 195. However, showrunner Derek Haas really didn't want him to go, so he offered him an offer he couldn't refuse: make it an even number, 200 episodes. Jesse didn't hesitate to say yes and did 5 more episodes than planned. And we're so grateful. This gave the writers more time to write Casey a proper send-off. Still, it wasn't easy, and Haas said he hates that Jesse is leaving. Anytime he was in Chicago, he'd call Spencer up to get together, and they became fast friends. I have bittersweet feelings, or just bitter feelings, but I thought the episode turned out really well. I just want to thank Jesse publicly for his amazing service and friendship. Jesse says his character's departure was perfect and that it wraps up 10 years perfectly. We'd agree. On that note, there's a burning question, and Jesse himself answers it best.
Will Casey come back? That is a possibility. You know, me and Derek talked about that.
We'll just have to wait and see, but Haas did say they'd move mountains and the earth if ever Jesse wanted to return. Clearly there's a lot of love in this series, and we're sure Jesse is missing everyone already.
It just wouldn't have been possible without the people here, you know? It wouldn't have been possible without our great crew, our writers, producers, just all the work from top down.
Although Spencer is moving on to new adventures, he'll always have one thing to cherish: the close-knit friendships he made.
And that's been probably one of the, the best things about it is that the friendships are on and offset. You know, I've made friendships here that I'll keep forever.
Thanks for watching. Want to see more like this? We've got just the video for you. Don't forget to stay awesome.